It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, Mzansi, welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, opening up here on S3. And it being a Tuesday, it means that we're bringing in some health conversations. So this next discussion, I think, is essential, but often overlooked. It's the topic of men's health. Now, we are absolutely excited to have interventional radiologist Dr. Dale Cream in the building with us to shed light on crucial issues, particularly around prostate health. And now, in particular, men face unique health challenges. And I think it's time we talk openly about them all.
Thank
yes.
you, Doc.
Thank
Love
you.
man. Even as we say, as you're doing this intro, I could feel myself distancing. As soon as you said prostate and... It's okay, man. I went and did the full battery last year. I'm that
well
age,
done.
so you got to do it. And the bottom line is it could literally save your life. I think this is the point of the conversation that needs to be driven home is it might be a slightly uncomfortable notion to broach.
Yeah.
It's going to save your life if you need it, and that's the bottom line. So maybe I can ask you a personal question before we delve into the particulars here, but why do you think it is so important to have these conversations? You're a man. You belong to the team as well. But why do you think we need to open the air?
Yeah, I think men generally tend to not want to discuss their problems.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because we feel we need to be macho or we need to hold the fort or whatever it is. But I think it's time that we start changing that narrative and we
Definitely.
empower ourselves as men, because we also have a role to play in society.
Can't help if you're not there.
Yes, true.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, and I love the fact that when we have conversations like this, it provides us with options, with solutions, with direction. And I think for many men that are more than likely just trying to internally deal with all of the issues, this is a great opportunity to talk about prostate artery embolization. I hope I've got that correct.
It's a mouthful, hey?
Yeah, it is. So what exactly is this? Because I believe it's gaining quite a bit of recognition in the world of treatment for something like prostate issues.
Yeah.
And against the conventional sort of surgery and operations that we would have had. But new to me, I don't know if, you're aware of this, but what's going on here? What does this mean exactly? What is this?
Yeah, so basically, being an interventional radiologist, I work within the blood vessels. So we use the same things that we use to diagnose illnesses, so whether it be CT, MRI, X-ray, etc. We actually use those same modalities to intervene or to actually perform procedures which are very minimally invasive. So we use the imaging to work inside the human body, which means you don't need to have an operation. And with using this imaging, we're able to get inside the prostate, the blood vessels to the prostate, and block the blood vessels to the prostate. And that causes it to shrink.
Oh, wow.
So how that makes it different from, your medical and your surgical treatments is that obviously if you take medicine, you have to take it for a long period of time. Yep. Some of the medication that you take actually has an effect on your testosterone levels because, ironically, as you get older, as you get older, your testosterone levels decrease. But ironically, your prostate is sixfold more. It takes up It takes up testosterone 6 times more.
Wow.
So it's very sensitive, and with this embolization procedure, we actually block the blood vessels. Therefore, the testosterone isn't able to actually affect the prostate, and that also has a dual effect. And then from the surgical aspect, so surgery has been well established for years, and it's either you work through the urethra or through the abdomen, but all of them have an extended period of recovery, whereas with the prostate artery embolization, by working in the blood vessels, you can go home on the same day.
Wow, man, you're living in the future, bro.
Yeah, well, it's kind of getting the body to do what it's designed to do if you can find the right modality. As you say, I absolutely love that. So kudos to you and your team for working in that space. What are the signs then? Now that we know that there are so many options available in terms of treatment and where we are in our own journey, what's that thing that we need to check and what should make us nervous?
Yeah, so, as you get older, I think the things you need to look out for is that if you find that you're having to go to the toilet quite often at night.
What is quite often? Because there are a lot of gents going, well, but so what is quite often?
I think maybe if you're going more than twice at night, and it seems to, I think it's also there's a sort of a constellation of symptoms. So it's not only the frequency at night, it's a feeling like maybe your bladder never actually completely empties.
Okay.
And then you always feel like you need to go. So you can imagine that's not a really nice existence.
For sure, yeah.
On top of that, you also have stream issues. So whether it be that you have a slow stream, whether your stream is actually slow to start or slows to finish. Those are signs. And obviously, if there's bleeding, that's a big red flag you need to see a urologist ASAP.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Makes sense, man. I want to talk maybe more about things with regards to this conversation. I love that we're bringing a healthy conversation to the forefront. We're talking to Mzansi, hopefully a lot of gents out there, but there also still are, unfortunately, a lot of misconceptions, right? And a lot of things that we're doing that we shouldn't necessarily be doing. What have you encountered in your experience that you could maybe debunk for us in terms of maybe bringing or sounding the alarm to a lot of gents that might be under this misconception? Do you have anything that really stands out from your side?
Sure. I think gents need to really listen up and really try to understand their bodies.
Yeah.
And it's very important to actually really talk about things, and with regards to whether it's your mental health or your physical health, both are very important. And I think in my experience as a doctor over the last couple of years, it's also been quite difficult to get patients to want to talk about their problems. Well, male patients,
Yeah.
You often feel like you need to be strong, you need to continue, and you need to keep on
Man
going.
up.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
So I think
Yeah.
we need to really establish that that men are a very important pillar of society, and we need to keep on trying to encourage them to want to take care of themselves. So I think those are some of the things that I would like to debunk myself, but we work on it on a patient-to-patient basis, so we'll see how it goes.
I'm sure as a man you have to work on yourself. It's just the way we're wired, and I think society pushes us down these lanes. But thankfully we are sitting on live TV right now quite comfortably and openly having this conversation, which wouldn't have been the case even a few years ago. So Doc, thank you and well done on the space that you are working in. Mind-blowing to know how far we have come from prostate care to building better habits, maybe a better self-care culture within ourselves. The key takeaway, quite simple, or at least one of them, taking action now can make all of the difference. If you have an issue, if you have one of those questions that won't go away, go and speak to your doctor. Just be safe.
Yeah, absolutely.